Hello, welcome back. We are on to year 16. On to year 16, and we're going to be going up against the Butcher as well on this year. So we got no more safety. We're going straight into this. Probably going to be having some people, like bringing some people in that maybe aren't the strongest, and hope that they pull through because I don't really know. I don't really know gear-wise how confident I'm feeling. We've got nothing else on the timeline, but we're going to need to do the settlement event, and we only have 2 endeavors. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So let's pick the settlement event up. Weird dreams. I am honestly just not going to do this. I'm just going to roll and get the endeavors. We've had weird dreams. That is the 3rd time we have gotten weird dreams. So it's a D5, so I'm just taking that rounding down. Yeah, it's the 3rd time that we've gotten this. Just I'm not going to describe it to you again. I'm not going to sell my book to you either, but you should get the book. Okay, so that's that. It's literally just going into the settlement phase then, which is nice and quick. So we're going to make braces and the skirt for full leather armor, and then we also want to make a shield for the last person. So the braces is a leather and a hide. So let's just say we put these two together as a leather and a hide. The skirt is just a leather, so we put that by itself. And then the shield is a leather and a hide and a bone. And so we can actually also innovate. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to spend an endeavor. We're going to turn yoinky into yoinky. We're going to turn these 3 into leather. I'm not even going to bother getting the leather resource out because we're just instantly going to make those into the things that we need. So it's the leather and the hide or the braces. So we'll get out some leather braces. And then the 1 leather for the skirt. And then we've got a leather, a hide, which is here, and then just a random bone. So these ones for the shield. So we've made ourselves, I believe that's our final shield, right? That we're going to need to do for everyone. We'll double check in a bit. But there we go. That's nice. That's done. I suppose we did have the steel shield that we could have bought out, but it's -3 movement. It's not really something that we want right now. Okay, so that's the leather armor done. That's the shield's done. Let's, I think, spend another endeavor, and we're just going to go. Actually, we'll use the bladder for it. We're just going to get rid of these 3, and we're going to innovate. We're going to innovate, and we'll see what we got. We've got Symposium. We'll shuffle this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoping, I don't know if we got it in there. Hoping to get pottery or dash, which could be quite nice. We've got none of those things. So we got scarification, which basically you can. I don't think scarification is very good. At least we don't need it. Scrap smelting can be good because the more we get iron and stuff, we can build the blacksmith to try and make some iron gear. But I think we're still quite a long ways off of that. Paint. There you go. We've got dash. Actually, that's just not even that's a no-brainer. I'm just going to put that away. We did get exactly what I wanted. We got dash. So let's put the paint consequences in, and then I'll tell you guys exactly why I wanted dash so much. So dash, once per showdown, spend 1 survival to gain movement and use it immediately. So that means we can just sit there and we can move twice. Although it will cost us survival, we can still go twice to be able to dash. That is just extremely useful, especially now, like with the Screaming Antelope level 2. At the end of his turn, in like a plus shape, he can go into any one of those directions where a target is. So let's say these guys with the target, it will do that, and he'll do a full movement and collide, and that happens at the end of each one of his turns. So if he targets these 2 people and is going to move forward, we can use our dash to literally just move out of the way, and then he's just going to run right through like that. That's why dash was so important for Screaming Antelope 2, so I'm happy that we've got that before going up against the Butcher. Now, if I remember correctly as well, I think if you lose to the Butcher, you lose all of your resources. So it's probably the best chance for us to try and make as much as we want now. I realise we have blood paint. Blood paint could be quite useful. And do you know what? I wonder if we could use blood paint. Blood paint might be useful for this person, you know. Just to have them, because what blood paint does, if I go and show you, I won't be able to sit under. Blood paint. There you are. So what blood paint does is you activate a weapon gear to the left and the right of this card. They're two separate attacks, cannot be used with two. Oh, I can't be used with two-handed weapons. That answers my question, so I can't use it with the bow. Undetachable. If you would die roll 1d10 on the 6+, you explicitly survive. Wow, that sounds fun. How do you make the green charm? Just 3 organs, but you need 1, 2, 3. You need 5 green though connects to it. I think that classes as 1 green, so you need 4 more green connects up to it. That sounds fun though. I don't really know what else we can use for. I don't know what really I want everything. I don't know what gear I need, basically. The bone axe is a solo weapon, isn't it? So we could. The bandages are most certainly going to have to be bought in against the butcher because he's going to be devastating. But we could, in fact, I might do that. We're going to make this we don't have any dried acanthus plant, unfortunately. We're going to make this blood paint, which requires a bladder and a organ. So we'll just get rid of this organ. We're going to get rid of these two, and we're going to make blood paint. That is now going to allow us to then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another bone axe, which is 1 organ and 1 bone. So then that way, this person can now basically have dual wield. He's going to be running in with fucking dual wield axes. We're going to hope that that's going to basically come off really well. And I think I'm not really entirely sure what else I want to make. Maybe we make more monster grease actually, just for the sake of having another monster grease. Use the last organ for a monster grease. Yeah, because I'm not really too sure as to what really else to build. Do you know what? Actually, we've got 3 thingies left. Let's use some of those. So these people with PTSD, we're going to return them back, and we're going to return them back because we can't use them this hunt phase. So who do we have out? I don't think we want alone. Like, I don't think we want any of these people out. We basically want to bring in some new survivors, in which we have 3 new survivors here, or 4 new survivors here, to which don't have anything to them, which I think is just honestly that they kind of are cannon fodder. I can't lie. I don't think I'm not really feeling that confident in even being able to kill these people to begin with. They've got -1 evade. Oh, it's because the evasion token, they haven't been healed. Cool, let's actually heal everyone up. Get rid of those tokens. Yeah, so we'll just have to see how this goes. I think it's going to be a rough one. Right, we've got 3 endeavors. What I'm going to do is we're going to just try and see if we can get a mate in, because it's basically our only shot here for intimacy so far. So that is a... Oh, if they have 3+ understanding... Sorry, let's say that... I think it has to be the male, doesn't it? Like if we have a lone, or is it just anyone that has 3+ understanding? Roll on the table, add +1 to your roll result if your understanding is 3 or higher. The survivor endeavors to glean the meaning of existence. Oh, perfect. We're going to do that then. I'm going to say it was Alice, because I would have picked someone who was level 3. And Alice is going to mate with this unnamed survivor, who we're going to make a male. So we can actually do an intimacy roll. So that is nice. So we're going to roll this, take the highest one. Hopefully we get twins. That is so close on both of them, but that is going to be a 6, which gives us +1 population, which we'll happily take. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to keep it as a lone who's going for it, so she gets the +1. It's just a better chance for us to be able to get stuff. Nothing. I'm going to do the last one again. Nothing. I'm not going to bother with both the 2 and the 3 is getting rid of resources. So actually, we might as well do that. We might as well get rid of resources to gain an understanding, because we're going to be losing them regardless anyway. That won't be the end. Yeah, on a 1 to a 3, lose 1 resource from the settlement, and if you do, you gain understanding. So we're just going to go boom boom. Just get rid of both of those. And we'll gain 2 understanding from that for a lone, because they are the person who went into it. No level up, but still, that's fine. 32 dead survivors, by the way. God damn. It's been a rough campaign, hasn't it? It's been such a rough campaign. Okay. So we're gonna make this person have full leather armor. So we want to get rid of the line headdress. I want to get rid of the cloth, and they're instead going to take the skirt, and they're going to take the braces. They've now got full leather armor. If we could have one more green attached to that, but we don't have any other green, but if we can get them one more green, they'll gain an extra evasion, which will be fantastic. But as of right now, we don't have that extra evasion. So what we might do is give this person... Oh, I mean, they can keep the lion headdress on, but I might give them the dried acanthus plant. Just on the odds, you know, they can survive a lethal blow. I think that'd be useful. Then we're going to have this person with the bow, who obviously doesn't need as much anyway. We're going to give them the shield, just to give them +1 armor and everything. That's basically what they're going to be coming in with, I think. I could give them the headrest, actually. Oh, they don't have 3 understanding. We can give them the Twilight Cloak instead, but I think I want to use that special ability. So we might give them the headrest. Or the headdress, because obviously this can be used as 2 head items. And now... Oh, no we won't, actually, because we're going to need someone with the... Yeah, actually, we're going to get... Well, we'll get rid of these stone noses. And then that's going to have this, and then we're going to get rid of these bandages. So... The reason I'm going to do in this... He's not going to have that connected up, which is fine. But we're going to have blood paint on here. So now we can activate both of these bone axes as one attack. I think that would be really useful. And this person here... We're connecting that up to give them that 1 extra movement. But what if we get rid of the... I think we get rid of the bone daggers for now. Which will make him lose 1 extra movement. Which I think is fine. It's fine. Because they've still got full movement. And we'll give them the bandages. Because we do need bandages. I would like multiple sets of bandages if I can. Which I can't. We only have 1 set of bandages. Oh, that's... We should have used a hide to make some bandages. But that's fine. We've got dried acanthus and we've got 1 person that has bandages that can heal people up. I think that's okay. That's okay. If only... Oh, that class says hide. Oh, brother. All right, cool. That's another bandage then we'll make right there. That is perfect. And I think we'll give that bandage to... We'll take the lion headdress and we'll give it to this person. So maybe they could be useful for something. Cool. That is the gear that we've got then. That's everything that we've got selected. I believe we're ready to go. So they've got 1 evasion with that. They've got no other bonuses. They shouldn't have 1 evasion. Oh, they have 1 evasion for the monster grease. But we don't have 3 greens connected, unfortunately. So they don't get the bonus 1. They also have stone noses. We could get rid of stone noses, but I think gaining the intensity and the survival coming in might actually be really useful, considering that they like have nothing to begin with. So yeah, I think we'll keep the gear like this. I think this is fine. Okay, now we need to name everyone. So let's actually give people some survival. I'm going to call this one Foddy. Give them 1 survival. I'm going to call this one Francis. Give them the 1 survival. Annie Belly. I'm going to call this one Forest. There you go. So we've got some names for people. We can actually go in with this. They've got the 1 evasion. They should have 2 evasion. Yep, because of that. Oh, they don't have red obviously connected up. That is fine. Perfect. All right, let's get this show on the road. Oh, actually, first of all, we need to give this person the full leather armor set, because they now have the full leather armor set. Oh, God, come on. Which, as you see, look, their armor goes up quite a lot. So the full leather armor set, which is the head, braces, chest, skirt. Got head, braces, chest, skirt. Oh, we need to put the boots on them. Ooh. Who has my boots? You got my boots. Oop. There we go. Oh, now actually. Okay, we could do some rearranging here, I think. because no, we can't. We can't do rearranging. Fuck. We need green onto the left or right, but I don't think we have something that has greens to the left or right to be able to latch on. Almost. It's very close. We can't have two of the same thing in the spot either. So we'll do that, and then we'll get the... Maybe instead of the stone nose, I don't know whether the headdress would be better. No, I think the stone nose would be better. I really don't know. No, we'll do this. We'll keep it as the headdress. So we've got bandages. 2 sets of bandages. They've got the full leather armor. They're basically going to be our tank as best we can and trying to keep them alive to see. Yeah, I think that's going to be it then. So everyone's been named. Our departing bonus is +3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What's our max? Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the arrival bonuses straight away because we're going straight into a showdown. So this person doesn't have any arrival bonuses. Basically, anyone with stone noses, I think, is the only person. Well, no one actually has stone noses. This person gets +2 survival to Drydocanthus. Doesn't happen. Okay, so we're just going to go straight into the showdown then. So we go to the timeline. Butcher level 2. Yeah, this is going to not be good. Was alright? Yeah, the Butcher rampages through the settlement and everyone escapes to the darkness, but all resources at the settlement storage are lost due to repairs. So I'm glad that we kind of forced our way through. But we might survive. Maybe we survive. Just going to leave that there. At least 5 spaces away from the monster. 1, 2... Okay, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Let's see then about the Butcher. So remember, every time we take brain damage, that is going to be what comes up onto here, and then that can give us Frenzy. I think Frenzy is our best friend here to try and be successful, but I'm also not holding out hope for it. So let's go into this then. Let's see. So I think from the get-go, and I know this is going to cost a lot, but like I'm almost like so certain on these things just not being successful. I'm going to have Francis run in. I'm going to have them use a survival to dash. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I actually can't get behind. Maybe I don't want them to use a survival to dash. No, I won't have them use a survival to dash then. I wanted them to get behind to get an extra attack off. But what I'll do, I'll have them run in, use a shield. I think a majority of the people here are basically just going to be moving up and getting ready to block. So we're going to have them move up as well. Going to have them shield. Going to have Annabelle move not all the way up. Going to have Annabelle move to like here instead and then use their shield. We could have them try and use the bone darts. Actually, should we say fuck it? I mean, they are kind of behind. Yeah, I'm gonna have them use the bone. We can look at the top AI deck. When I look at the top AI deck, we'll do that. That seems fair. That's fair. So we're going to have the closest threat facing, and it's going to be a 1 and a 3+. And the target will gain bleed and knockdown. So really, they're going to suffer bash. So really, we'll want white to take the damage here, which is fine. We can have white take that. Or we can do it on a 4+ accuracy. Because this person has... Should have 1 of 8. There you go. Just, there you go. Actually have these get triggered. It's only a speed of 1, actually. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. That's fine. Because anyone can actually take that because we're going to be blocking it. And then we'll have Forest go up, have them block, and then because that's not connected actually, so we can't use it. Okay. I realize you can actually rearrange that to go down there. We won't do it for now, but if we rearranged it to go down to here, what would that be? Oh my god. We actually could hold on. That 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm gonna say that I did. I know I'm retconning, but I'm kind of I'm trying to go fast because I don't have that much time today to do stuff. So I'm gonna give myself that retcon on that. I spotted it before it really came into any positive thing, but yeah, we could move it into that 3. So we're gonna do that. And then because it's the end of their turn and that's connected up, at the end of your space you can move 1 extra space. We're just gonna move them 1 forward like that. And then we're gonna finish it there. Next turn. Well, not even next turn. Monster's turn. So They draw +2 AI every monster turn. Draw +2 AI every monster turn. So, yeah. Wait, draw +2 AI every monster turn. So is that +2? So they're going to attack 3 times, I believe. Let me double check that. Does Butcher draw 3 AI each turn? Just as a quick double check. Yeah. Yeah, it's 3. Just a quick check. Better safe than sorry. That's terrible then. I did forget about that whilst I was doing everything else. So, the first one, closest threat, facing, which is going to be me. We're going to have him come move down to there. That is going to be 1 speed, but because they have 1 extra speed, it's going to be 2. On a 3+ to hit, we've got 2 evasions. So on a 5+, it's going to hit. Unfortunately, both of them do hit. We're going to block... Oh, well, we're going to take the 2 damage, first of all. Well, it's not even 2... Well, it is 2 damage. Both to the body. You know what? I think I'm going to tank this one. I'll tank 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And not use the shield. Shit. It's actually 3 damage. I was looking at the basic attack. It's 1 speed. Both of them hit. 3 damage. That's 6 damage. 5+ is to hit, yeah. That's 6 damage that's going to do to me. Okay, then yeah, we'll block and we'll use this shield to dodge. So we don't take any of them. Don't even take the bleed. Then we're going to take the next one. Use 2 extra AI cards now. So the closest threat facing, which is going to be me again. It's going to be round rolling 3, but he needs a 6+ to be able to be successful. So please, hit all of them again. That is 2 damage. That would have been 4 damage, the other one, but we blocked them anyway. So that is 2 damage to each 3 of these locations. Which unfortunately is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the waist, 2 to the body. And we take a bleed token this time because we actually did take the damage. And the final card, closest threat facing is me again. There's going to be a severe head injury if it hits. So it's going to be, he has a speed of 2. 6+ it's going to hit me. One of them hits me. Target suffers 1 random severe head injury. So I don't actually take any damage, but I am rolling on the severe head injury, which we can roll for, but we have the Drydocanthus. So if it's something bad, like a head explosion, we can use the Drydocanthus to ignore that. Thank fuck they were the person with the Drydocanthus, eh? Oh my god. So the Drydocanthus, when you depart, when you suffer a severe injury, you may ignore it and archive this card instead. Oh, sorry, actually, it shouldn't be in there. It should be over here. So there we go. We've done that. We survived being... This guy literally just got beaten and almost died. Right, that's the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, we need to shuffle the hit locations. So I'll just shuffle them all back. Let me go next. So, first thing I think we're going to do is we're going to have Foddy move. Foddy can't do his pounce, unfortunately, because of the position. So we're just going to have Foddy goes here. And we'll have them go for a hit. So, to remind ourselves, they're paired. So that's going to be 4 to have these 2 hit with one another. Then we get +1 extra speed because of attacking with the guitar. And we also get +2 strength as well to this when we're doing it going. What's his toughness? His toughness is 12. So, let's roll this. We were looking for 5 pluses to hit because we are behind him. So that is 1, 2, 3 hits. 3 successful hits that we get. And we got the trap instantly. Brilliant. So, Zone of Malice. Everyone in the Zone of Malice, so that's going to be red, green, and white, are going to suffer 5 knockback and 1 bleed token each, this is terrible, actually. So red, green, and white all suffer that, and then knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they're going to perform a basic attack, which I believe is going to target closest survivor in field of view. Unfortunately, it's going to target our person who is there for ranged. That is going to be 3 dice because we've got the +1 speed. 4+. They need 5 pluses to hit. Miss. They hit once, thankfully. That's going to be 2 damage. to the body, and they gain a bleed token. So not great. I can't remember if I shuffled the deck or not. Is the trap at the top? It's not. I didn't see what the thing... I'll reshuffle, I'll be fair. Okay, so that's Foddy's turn done, unfortunately. Just drawing the trap straight away kind of sucks. We're going to have Annabelle shoot and then... Well, they can't move, actually. Forest doesn't have reach, is it? No, it's irreplaceable. So if we die to it, we lose that weapon, which isn't going to be very good. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Forest move up to here. And then they're going to use their shield. It's next turn as well. Then I'm going to have Annabelle move up to here. And she's going to use the bandages. Remove up to 2 bleeding tokens from yourself or an adjacent survivor. And we're going to use that to remove the 2 bleed tokens from this person. We're going to get on top of this as soon as possible. Just to be safe. Because they've already taken, obviously, quite a lot of hits. And then the last person we have here is Francis. Who I will have Francis going for the attack. So Francis is going to move to here. And then we are going to use Blood Paint. Now, what that means is we do 2 attacks, and these both are separate attacks. So activate a weapon gear to the left and the right of this card. They're 2 separate attacks, cannot be used with 2-handed weapons. So we're going to do this one first. We need 6 pluses to be able to hit. We hit once successfully. And this is super dense. If you're attacking with a frail weapon, it is destroyed. Archive this weapon at the end of the attack after all hit locations have been discarded. So that's really unfortunate. So we're actually going to lose this weapon straight away. We've got 4 strength. So we need 8 pluses to even be able to wound him. That's unfortunately 1 away. That's it. Weapon gets broken. Don't hit that one. But we now have the second attack to come off. So 6 pluses to hit. Again, 1 success. On a reflex, I'm going to suffer bash and move towards the furthest survivor. So we'll just have a look, see if we get an injury. We don't. At least we don't break the weapon, though. So all survivors adjacent to the butcher suffer bash. It's only this person, Francis, and Francis does not have the armor, so they're going to get knocked down. Full move towards the furthest survivor. So they're going to full move over to here. And at that point, I think... Yeah, no, at that point, that's kind of it. Can't really do much else now. So yeah, that'll be the end of the turn. We'll go to the butcher's turn. So 3 cards. Done no damage to him yet. Closest threat facing in range, which is going to be red, because they are the closest person in range. That is going to be 3 speed on a 4+, but red has 0 evade. That's unfortunate. So on a 4+, it hits, which hits all 3 times. That's going to be 2 damage for each one. So that is 2 damage to... Oh, 4 to the body. 1, 2... We're going to dodge one of the bodies, actually. I think that makes sense. 2 to the waist. We gain knockback 5 and a priority token. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the priority. No bash, though, thankfully. The butcher pursues and performs a basic action. That's really unfortunate. That is just a double... That's just a double whammy. Actually, where was the butcher? It was like here, right? 1, 2... Because I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the butcher was here. Okay, what I might do is I'm going to dash and move to here. And then the butcher's going to pursue. So he's going to try and... He's basically going to move down to here. I'm actually going to say that I moved here, sorry. So the butcher's going to move down to here on a full move to try and get to me. The butcher performs a basic action. So he is still going to target me because I've got priority. So yeah. But he's not going to be in range. He's not going to be able to hit. So that's the first card. Second card. All non-death survivors. So we need to roll 1d10 for everyone here. And what was it on a 4+? So they're a 1, so that's fine. They're a 9, they're a 1, and they're a 7. So for green and white, we're going to suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. So they're both actually going to take 2 damage. which also is 2 of this, but both need to roll on the brain frenzy. And both suffer knockdown as well. No, it's not bash, they just get knocked down. It's unfortunate. We're gonna roll for both of them. Left is red. Okay, red is dead. Not green, sorry, is dead. Straight away. And then thingy got 8. So 8 is gain around disorder and 1d5 insanity. What a horrendous start that is. I did say though the butcher was probably going to be pretty bad. We got a 1, so you get 1 insanity. During the showdown, you must move at least 1 space. That's fine. Okay. And then we go for his last, then final attack. The butcher disappears in a flash of light, reforming from the glow of a survivor's lantern. Target the furthest survivor. That target is doomed. Well, I've got priority though, so he has to target me. So he has to target my my priority person. Huh. Place the butcher in an unoccupied space adjacent to the target. If it isn't possible, discard this card. It is possible, so they'll just go here. And there, I can't spend survival to dodge this. That's going to be 5 speed. We're going to need to roll 5 of these dice. And on a 4+, it is going to hit me. So that hits me 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1 damage on each one of those 4 locations. And I keep the priority token, basically. That's 1 to my waist, my leg, and then 2 to my body. It's not going good. And now it goes to our turn. Forest doesn't stand back up because they got knocked over. So they'll need to be encouraged to stand back up. It's not going too well. We'll use Annabelle to, not dodge, to encourage Forest up. And then we'll have Annabelle just move down to here. Forest will then just move over to here. They can't do anything else. We'll put up the shield. And then Foddy is going to go for a hit and then back off. So we're looking for 6 pluses to hit. That is 1, 2, 3 hits. That's ridiculous. We picked up the trap, which is going to be 1 bleed token, 5 knockback. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 bleed token, and then he's going to target me with a basic attack, which he has enough to be able to reach me. That is going to make me lose priority. But now, yep, we take this, which is a 4+ to hit me. That is 2 hits, and that is going to be 2 damage to the waist and the body. So we are knocked over, and a bleed token. I realised on my last damage I didn't calculate it correctly, because I was meant to add the extra damage, but it's fine. I can't go back and rank on it too much now. We're dead anyway. So that's everyone's turns done, because he can't do anything else. It was also meant to have gone to the next turn. So it goes to the monster's turn. He's going to closest threat facing. Nope. So he's going to menace. Because the closest threat, there's no threat in range of him right now, so he's going to menace. Which is turn the butcher to face the closest survivor. That survivor suffers 1 brain damage per monster level, which is red. He's going to take 2 brain damage, which is going to put 2 tokens onto him. And then he's going to have to roll on the severe injury table. Actually rolled a 2, dead. That's just so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Yep, they're dead. And then draw an AI card as well. Well, no, because we've done menace, we don't draw an AI card. So we go to the second one. All survivors in the impact zone. There's no survivors in the impact zone, so he's just going to menace, which is going to be the closest survivor, which will be Forest. Forest is going to take 2 brain, which is basically going to put them to 4. So I'm just going to remove that. It'll be 1, 2. So they'll actually go to 3. 1, 2. They'll go to 3. They need to take severe brain trauma injury anyway, which is a 7. Lunacy again. I suppose at least they're not dead. So we now have Vestophobia. You cannot wear armor at the body location. If you're wearing armor at this location currently, you archive it as you tear it off your person. That's fucking terrible. Because not only have I now done that, but then this disappears as well. We don't get that because he's not wearing full armor anymore. That's so bad. Well, at least we gain the speed and the strength from now going into frenzy. So this is our D5 from the disorder, which is going to be a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need to do it again for the frenzy, which is 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This is interesting. We can't use our survival anymore. This is rough. So that was just 2 cards, sorry. So this is the 3rd card, which is a mood. When screaming comes into play, all non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. At the start of the butcher's turn, all non-death survivors suffer a brain damage per monster level, and you discard it if someone dies. So that means already this person gets 2. And blue needs to roll, and they also get 2. We're just going to steal the 2 from here. Done no damage deal to the butcher, by the way. No damage done. That is a 3. Memory loss. They have no weapon proficiency, so probably one of the best ones we could have got. Yeah, and now it's the start of our turn. Yeah. We can't even hit. We can't even hit. Forest can't dash to get closer to him. So I think what I might do is just move over here. Got my shield, both of them. And then we'll go next turn, see what the monster does. So, first of all, at the start of the monster turn, we suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. So that's 1, 2. We're going to have to do lunacy for this person. So we're going to just copy this, put that down onto here. And then they get 1, 2, 3, 4. This person is also now going to go insane. Well, we need to roll for their, see if they die first of all. 8. Gain around disorder and 1d5. Wow, we are consistently getting this one, aren't we? So they get, you retire. They're literally going to retire at the end of this. Both of these are for the different ones. That one's going to be 1, 2. That one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that's for the frenzy as well. I'm going to copy that. Let's put that down onto there. So that's the start of his turn. Then he's going to do closest threat. He's going to menace because no one's in range. Which is this, the turns to the closest person, they take 2 damage. They're going to go boom boom, which is going to put 2 brain onto them. We go on to the next one. It's going to be menace again, which is going to be boom boom, which is going to be 2 damage to them. They're going to go insane yet again. So we're rolling. They're going to gain 1 survival, and that's going to get duplicated. And then 3rd time's the charm. Closest threat, menace yet again. There's going to go 2, 1, 2, and that's the end of that's the end of the butcher's turn. It goes back to Argo, literally just building up, speed and strength. I suppose we're going to have to go closer, aren't we? We can't even run to really get it. Okay, I'm going to have Annabelle move. I'm going to have Annabelle dash. Then they can move up to here. And then we're going to use their ability to do that. And then we're going to have Forest come up to here. And use the shield. So then actually, maybe this time we can actually sit there and get a, you know, get some attacks off next round. So, start to the monster's turn. We're going to take 2 damage. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. You're going to gain 2 tokens. It is 2, isn't it? Yep. And you are on to 2. Then we're going to go to the monster's attack. Closest threat facing. It's going to be you. That's going to be a 4+, but we're going to be rolling 5s. And then you need 5+ to hit as well. That is 1, 2, 3 hits. 2 damage per. Also, he's had 2 people dead, so he's actually got a plus movement and a plus speed. So he actually is meant to be rolling 1 more. So which one of these will fail? We'll re-roll that one. Oops. Oh, okay, failed. I can't remember what these were, but okay. Wasting an arm. For each hit, make an additional attack roll. Continue to roll until all attack rolls misses. I'm just not even going to bother doing that. Blue's dead. I'll be honest with you. We're just going to say blue dies. I've already kind of lost track of some of the other things. That is just... Yeah, just blue's dead. Okay. So we're going to forest. Gonna move to him. There's going to be 4 plus, 5 pluses because of. Oh no, sorry. It's only meant to be rolling 3. So only hits us the once. It's gonna be 2 damage to our body. I don't know when we went to minus. I've clearly clicked something there. But we'll dodge. Oh, there you go. Dodge 1 to the body, and then take the other 2 there. Gain a bleed token. This guy currently has 3. Oh, it's plus 2 extra damage actually, so we need to roll for the body because he's got 3 dead bodies now. And that's a 2. We're dead. We're dead. Wow, what a showdown, eh? So because we get defeated, we lose everything in the storage. This all goes away. Yeah, I mean, this is what I expected. This is exactly what I expected. I apologize that this one as well, like, seemed rushed. I really just, it's not that I had lost motivation for it per se, but so yesterday we were playing it. Do you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's one of those sessions. We expected this to happen, but that is the end of that one. That's the end of those 4 people. They are all dead. So we've gotten rid of the settlement stuff because that is what happens in the aftermath. I've unfortunately lost a chess piece here as well, which really sucks because we need to make another one before we can go into the next one. We'll clear up this. So thankfully, because we have people die, because we have people die, we're going to have graves come into effect. So it means we're going to have 8 endeavor that we can work with come the next settlement phase, which is going to be nice. You are going to have the hooded knight that comes up. But yeah, we're going to have 8 because of graves. So that works. We just basically, and from where we have nothing, we're probably just going to spend the entire time mating. Just mate. It's all you can do. I'm also going to write on that note as well that we're going to have to go against Screaming and Antelope to make more leather armor. I think what we'll end up doing is we actually might go up against the Screaming Antelope level 2. I think that can be worthwhile. And what we also can do, since we've got the blood paint, I might move, like the club. Well, no, the club's a 2-handed, isn't it? I might move like the beast guitar or the bone blade into like the second slot there for this person to be able to have double hits off. Or even the steel sword. Actually, it might be worthwhile because this person doesn't have it to move the blood paint over to here. In fact, I might. Oh, I don't think I can actually rearrange it. Can I? Let's see. Let's see if I can rearrange it in a way where this works. I don't think I can actually. No. No, I can't. Because I was gonna say like moving the blood paint over to here and using the steel sword instead. Oh shit. Sorry, we don't have the steel sword anymore. It's irreplaceable. It goes. So it's a good job I looked into it. Yeah, the steel sword's gone. This person doesn't have any weapons right now. They're gonna have to go bone. Which the guy has super dense, so it's going to be risky. It's going to have to be a level 1 antelope, I think. It's going to have to be a level 1 antelope, unfortunately. Not having like secure enough weapons to go level 2. I think we only really have this person, the Beast Knuckles, that is going to securely be able to go through it. But I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. And then what we want to try and do is probably make the weapon crafter, so we can sit there and make some stronger stuff. Let me just double check here with the weapon crafter as well that it is what we are after. Yeah, we want the counterweight axe. So yeah, we want to make the weapon crafter. We've made the armor, but now we unfortunately we've done the armor, but we don't have enough to we don't have enough to deal with the damage. So we're kind of in an unfortunate position. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this year. It was quite a quick one. That was year 16. We're going to be moving into year 17, which is going to be the fuckathon year, it seems like. But at least we can bring out some survivors that already have some decent stats, and hopefully we can kill the level 1 Screaming Antelope quite quickly, get back up to having full leather armor, make ourselves a better weapon. And then we can start hunting level 2. And as soon as we start hunting that level 2, that's when we're going to be starting to get in like tons more gear come through. But yeah, we are extremely behind. I think the only reason we are still surviving this is just because of our of the protect the young ability. But I think that's the only reason we're managing to get through this so far. I mean, it's very telling when you've got 36 dead survivors. Oh, this person's also meant to have 1 strength, 1 understanding. I think everyone else is meant to have 1 strength, 1 understanding, but let's be real, probably wouldn't have done much. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.